Aloha, beautiful souls, and welcome to another transformational reading here with Transform with Rian. And today, this is not the video for you if you don't appreciate a good spoiler. Now, in general, with movies, I don't really like spoilers, and same with books, but when it comes to positive things that could be coming into my life, I am okay with hearing about those things, and I hope you are as well. So, in this reading, we are going to channel your future self to reveal kindly for all of you a spoiler about what's ahead in life or what you can be looking forward to. So I have three options here, three feathers. I know they're not the most glamorous feathers when I shuffled them out. These three wanted to be part of your reading experience today, so we are going to honor that. And I am sure that they all have a beautiful message for you. So go ahead and see which feather or feathers call to you, but we are going to start with this feather right here. So welcome to your reading for group number one. We're going to see what your future self has to reveal about a spoiler coming up in your life in the future here. Okay, I'm not putting really a time frame on it. So you chose this feather here, which has a lot of different patterns and designs on it. So it's very unique and beautiful in that way. And it comes from the osprey. Your success is now at hand. Allow the abundance to flow to you effortlessly. So the message that I'm getting here for those of you that were drawn to this card is your future self is letting you know that whatever hard work that you're putting in right now, whatever, even maybe sacrifices, we can call it that you are making to ensure that you achieve your goal, that you have a bright future, it is going to pay off. So keep doing what you're doing. It's going to work out fine. Even if it feels like maybe you're close to getting overwhelmed, you're close to giving up, the osprey here and your future self is letting you know, like, don't worry, success is imminent, all right? And when it says allow abundance to flow to you effortlessly, I'm getting the sense too that you're definitely going to be putting in a lot less effort and a lot less energy in the future. It's kind of like, when you see like a big hill, right? And you have to push something or carry something up the hill. It seems really hard at first when you get up there, but eventually the hill's going to slope downward, right? Or there's going to be a part of your path, whether hiking or what, where you're going downward, and it's a lot easier, right? It's like biking up the hill and then you can just coast down the hill, okay? So I feel like that seems to be the trajectory of your path at this time. So don't worry, you're going to be able to coast right through here soon enough. Okay, let's get some more oracle cards to see what else your future self can kind of elaborate and share about a spoiler, something that's going to be happening in your life soon. Epidote, go deeper. This one's really interesting. I'm not quite sure how to interpret this by go deeper. What I'm getting to start off, and I'm going to pull some tarot cards as well to clarify this, but what I'm getting is, when you are running something, you're in something for the long haul, right? Maybe you can imagine if you don't run like a 5K or a marathon run, right? It's about sustaining yourself and endurance. Okay, this isn't a sprint where it's like a burst of energy really fast and you just put everything in all at once in the beginning and then you can just kind of like stop, right? This is something where you have to pace yourself. Now, I used to run like 5Ks. And I definitely remember feeling like, in the beginning, it's like kind of excited. You're trying to pace yourself. You're not trying to get way ahead of yourself and push yourself too hard because, it's going to be a bit of a distance. Then there's kind of like this lull, right? Where you feel like you're running out of steam and you have to kind of push through that. And then you can kind of like keep going. But then when you can kind of see the finish line or you're getting close, but your body is like getting really tired, you have to kind of dig deep within yourself, right? For that last little bit of energy to kind of propel you towards the finish line. So I feel like this is what it is. When I was learning about manifestation, one of the signs that your manifestation is going to come soon is when you start to feel discouraged or when things do start to feel a little bit more difficult than they had been. That's kind of like that last hurdle. It's that last test before you reach the end goal. It's kind of like the boss, right? In a video game. It's the boss before you complete the whole stage and you claim your prize. So I feel like that's just some information about your kind of like the route and the progress that you'll be making, which, pretty much echoes what we saw with the Osprey card. I'm going to take this, and I feel this and this. So I didn't think there would be this many cards that would want to clarify this. So let's take a look what we have. Okay, wow, we have the Lovers card. We have the Chariot. That's appropriate for this. We have Death. Oh my gosh. Wow, so like all major arcana so far. That's wild. And then we have Ace of Swords, and we have the Seven of Cups as well. Okay, so the message seems to definitely be reflecting what I was talking about before. So, okay, just to remind you that you will achieve your goal here, all right? You'll, actually, what the Seven of Cards is really telling to me too is that you may have this end goal, this prize, this achievement in mind. And what's really going to happen is you're going to get that and then some, right? So it's going to exceed your expectations. Like, maybe you think that you are, if you're like a business owner or whatever, you think maybe this coming month you're going to make, $5,000 in sales or something like that. And then what you find out is you actually make more than that, maybe $5,500, $6,000 in sales, $7,000 in sales. Like the sky's the limit, really. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like whatever goal you have, whatever you've been working so hard for, once you kind of make it, it's going to actually be a lot better. What you're going to gain is going to be a lot more than you initially thought, which is beautiful. And I'm so thrilled for you that that's going to happen. I mean, who doesn't like a little bit of abundance at the end of a hard period of work, Now, what I'm seeing here with the Death card is really funny. It's kind of like what I was talking about before with, biking uphill or running that marathon. It's like you're going to feel like you're close to death, right? Like that you've literally just exhausted yourself is what I'm getting. It's going to feel like, oh my gosh, I can't go anymore. Like I literally have nothing left in me. But if you dig in deeper, you will really make it through, I promise. And with the Chariot card and the Lovers, I feel like there's a lot of energy with the two of them, actually. And with the Lovers, I really feel like there's someone, and they could be romantic or they could not, right? It could be a family member or a friend who is kind of like your biggest cheerleader. And maybe when you're around them, it's kind of like they energize you. Do you know what I'm saying? Have you ever met someone like that in your life? Or do you have someone in your life that's like that, where maybe you feel tired or exhausted, but when you're around them, it's like their energy feeds into you and you suddenly feel like recharged. Do you know what I'm saying? And you can keep on going. So I feel like that person's going to play a key role to kind of help propel you forward, because the Chariot, the Chariot is like all about going places, accomplishing things. Keeping your eye on the prize is really what I think of with the Chariot as well. And it also makes me think of too the days when people were in the arena, the Colosseum, right? They were fighting. I feel like there were even chariot races, and so I feel like there's almost this energy of competition in a way. And it's not so much though with other people, like in a chariot race, but it's like competing with yourself. It's like, what you need to remember is like whatever it is that you're doing it to improve yourself, improve your life circumstances, gain a better sense of financial security, maybe, feel a stronger sense of success, right? Maybe overcome some kind of challenges. Maybe someone was telling you you wouldn't be able to achieve or do something, and you really believed in yourself, right? Like maybe someone told you like, oh, you can't be an actor, or you can't be a successful musician or YouTuber or whatever. And you felt deep down in your heart that that's what you're meant to do. And it's not so much like just, oh, I'm going to prove them wrong. It's more than that. It's like having faith in yourself, all right, and believing in yourself and what your divine calling is, whatever your heart feels aligned and your soul feels aligned to you doing, okay? So I really feel like for many of you, whatever this success is that you're working towards, there are some people that are kind of like naysaying, like they're not really supportive, or they're maybe presenting all the obstacles and problems that come with it. but they're not being super encouraging. Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel like I need to do this because I guess YouTube has been feeling really weird about like certain depictions. So I'm just gonna do that for now, okay? Because I've been covering it with my hand. I know it was probably kind of weird, but I haven't quite thought of a way to do that because I want to preserve as much of the artwork as possible. So I'll just sit on it and an idea will come to me. I've seen people put like post-its on there, but it's just like kind of distracting. And I've seen people like get a black marker, but I don't want to ruin the image that way. Oh, sorry. I'm like totally getting sidetracked. Now let's focus on this Ace of Swords. And I think what we'll do is let's pull some tea leaf cards here to talk more about the Ace of Swords. Because it's letting me know that this is about like some new communication, some new information, maybe like a new idea coming through as well. Okay, I feel like there's like a few cards that are trying to come out. Wow. Okay, so we're just gonna go with that flow. So your future self, I feel like is giving you like a little hint, a little cheat code or something like that, right? To maybe help you get started on making progress towards your goal, and also maybe giving you some kind of tips on what you can do when you're feeling down. So woman, okay, so perhaps I'm getting a sense that for many of you, you know, regardless of your sexual orientation, it's kind of like there's a woman here. So maybe some of you, you know, are attracted to women, so it could be your lover or your spouse or your partner. But again, it could also be like a friend, maybe a mother, a sister, grandmother, aunt, something like that that identifies as woman or divine feminine. That's going to be your like big cheerleader here. Ooh, yes, girl, yes. Well, bam, I was feeling that success coming through and like that money, honey, that financial abundance. Like, hi, how you doing? Okay. Oh my gosh, an egg, like golden egg, success assured with good plans and hard work. Yes, look at that. It's totally supportive of this osprey. And how like aligned is it that like birds literally lay eggs, right? This like wasn't, you know, a horse or something. But the key thing here that I'm noticing here is good plans and hard work. Okay, so it's about making sure with this idea that you have, this strategy, this plan, is, you know, really examining it and trying to foresee like maybe any problems, any obstacles, and any setbacks that might arise, and planning accordingly. Now, of course, you know, I understand that you can only do so much. Like sometimes things just happen that you can't foresee, but just do your best. I'm getting the sense here that even though this is something of a passion project for you, this doesn't mean like you can just kind of roll with it and like live in the moment and just plan as you go. I'm getting the sense that this is going to take a little bit more strategizing, a little bit more like thinking, left brain involvement. Okay, so don't forget that. It's like there's this phrase that I really love. It's like follow your heart but take your mind with you. Okay, you need to comment that down below so it sticks, because I think it's a beautiful saying. Follow your heart but take your mind with you. Okay. We have seahorse, family matters. Okay, so I'm getting the sense too that for some of you, your family is really supportive of you. And so that's great. And again, that could be someone who is related to you that this woman card is referencing. But I also get for some of you that maybe your family isn't as supportive, or at least they don't see your vision or your dream as strongly as you do. So maybe, you know, maybe it's not that they're not supportive, it's just like they're super cautious. You know, where it's like, are you sure this is what you want to do? Have you thought it through? So it's not that they don't believe in you, it's just kind of maybe they're worried for you, right? That things are not going to be easy. Which honestly, like things that are really worth it in life, they're often not easy anyway, you know? So throne, position of authority. Okay, yes. So what I'm hearing here too is like, it's very important for you as well to be very strong, have that strength of character, to follow your heart, follow your dreams, and don't let other people sway you. You know, the Chariot is like all full steam ahead. Okay, so it's okay to listen to other people's ideas if you feel like you're stuck, but at the end of the day, this is your success, this is your path, your dream, your thing that you're going to accomplish or achieve. Okay, so regardless of what other people say or do, your success is almost fully dependent on you and how you handle things. So wind chimes, peace and harmony. Yes, I definitely feel like, with this success being achieved, you're going to be able to take a seat back and maybe like go on a much needed, much deserved vacation after putting in all this hard work, and you'll have a period of just sort of calm, after all this work. You'll be able to actually sit back and enjoy your rewards and the fruits of your labor. It won't just, be work, work, work yourself into the ground. So I feel like we should call in like one more final message before we go. So congratulations. The spoiler is you are going to have success. It's going to be amazing and you'll get to enjoy it. How beautiful is this? It kind of lines up so great, so wonderfully with everything we just talked about. Be confident. Have confidence. Be proud of who you are. No one can judge you or put you down unless you allow it. There you go. You are divine. Believe in yourself. Yes, yes, yes. Let your aura shine and be the best version of you. That's that competition. You're not competing against anyone. You're just trying to evolve and be the best version of you possible. I love this reading for you. Congratulations on your imminent success, and I wish nothing but the best for you. Let me know if you enjoyed this reading by liking, commenting, and even subscribing to the channel. I would really appreciate that if that feels aligned with you. But until next time, thank you for letting me do this reading. I'll see you again soon. Aloha, Group 2. Welcome to your reading to have your future self reveal a wonderful spoiler for what's ahead in your life. So let's see where this feather comes from. Again, not the most flashy feather, but I'm sure it has a beautiful message. So let's find out what it is. It comes from the pelican. This is kind of making me think of Finding Nemo for some reason. Maybe that'll be clarified further as we do your reading. So choose to follow the path of forgiveness and raise your vibration. So I really feel like, okay, now the whole Nemo thing is like making a little bit more sense. So hopefully most of you have watched the Disney/Pixar movie Finding Nemo. And the pelican comes into the picture when Nemo is like captured as in this aquarium, like in a dentist's office. And so they're trying to escape to go back into like the open sea so Nemo can be reunited with his father, right? And so what I'm feeling here is this message that whatever kind of like stuckness you are feeling in life right now, it's because you need to forgive and let go. So sometimes in our life, when we get hurt really badly by another person, or we experience really like big disappointment and upset because of some kind of loss, maybe we didn't win something, maybe we didn't, get that promotion, get that job, maybe we, someone cheated us or betrayed us, right? In something, when it comes to money or love, whatever the case may be, like we hold this very angry, low vibrational energy towards that person, right? And sometimes we even hold it towards ourselves, kind of thinking like, oh, how could I have been so stupid, right? So just like Nemo, we get stuck in this aquarium, this fixed space in our life, right? We get stuck in a certain vibration, we get stuck in a certain reality. And what the pelican and what your future self wants you to know is like, hey, you can get out of this version of reality that basically sucks by forgiving, okay, raising your vibration, opening yourself up more to love and higher frequencies like peace, bliss, joy, right? Instead of being angry, you can forgive someone and let that anger go and resentment, whatever, and just experience joy, peace, and bliss. And that's that wide, wide ocean, right? Where it's like, there's so much in there. Life is abundant, okay? And there's so much that's yet to be discovered when we think of the ocean. Like with the aquarium, like, you can pretty much see everything in the aquarium. Like you can just walk around it and see what you need to see. But the ocean is so much more vast, okay? And so your future self is saying like, hey, this burden of whatever kind of energetic tie you have with this person that hurts you, you need to let it go on the reels, okay? Because that is going to lead to more in your life, okay? That's sort of like the block that's preventing you from moving forward, that's preventing you in some I'm hearing that it's some other aspect of your life. So for example, if you feel like you were hurt or betrayed in love and romance, like it might not necessarily be love and romance is the area you're struggling in. It could be something like your career, right? Because everything's interconnected. So if you want to make progress, forgive. Now let's kind of hear a little bit about like, okay, if you do forgive, if you're able to get to that place, because again, everything's a choice. So I can do this reading and pass information along, but it's up to you if it resonates with you and you choose to accept it and take action on it, you know? So I definitely don't want to diminish your authority and your power and take that away from you. And I feel like Spirit is saying one more card. So let's see what kind of can happen, right? If you take this path of forgiveness, like what is in store for you? And, you know, I do want to point out and clarify too, like just because you forgive somebody, it doesn't necessarily mean that what they did was right. So you're not justifying, you're not saying it was okay that with what they did. No, not at all. It's just saying more like what you did really hurt me, but I'm not going to stay in that low vibration of pain, hurt, sadness. I'm going to move forward. Oh, the candle went out. I feel like that was a really big message and a really big sign too that we're hitting something big. So hold on, let me get another candle though. So that we can keep the light energy in. Okay, so bear with me. Let's light this up. This flame goes so far. It's like, you know, lighter on steroids or something. Okay, anyways, we have authenticity. Who I truly am is good indeed. I am authentic in thought, word, and deed. Oh, this is beautiful. So, you know, sometimes when we hold on to anger, pain, frustration, all those low vibrational energies, we kind of change as people, and that pain becomes sort of this like weight within us, this sort of heavy energy, and maybe we subconsciously, or I should say unconsciously, like kind of share that energy with others. You know, like when we're upset about something, how many of you totally have snapped at someone else? Right? It's like something bad happened at work and then you get home and you snap at a family member or one of your kids or your parents or something like that, right? It's like, you know that they weren't part of it, like they didn't do anything to make you upset, but you can't help this energy that's kind of coming out from you. This anger and frustration is trying to find a release. And that's not really who we are. I don't believe that as human beings, and especially all of you like watching my channel, like you are light beings. You are here to change the planet in positive ways. I don't do readings for people who are like, you know, low vibrational beings who are here to kind of counterbalance the light, the love, and the goodness, you know? And so it's really about you stepping into who you truly are and letting your light shine, okay? Like you are not anger, you are not hate, you are not sadness, you are none of those things. And so once you let those emotions go, you become truly the person you are meant to be, that like best version of yourself, if you will. We have safe travel. Keep me safe and let me roam. Far away, but bring me home. So I'm getting a couple things with this card. I'm getting that some of you, maybe because of where the hurt occurred or who it occurred with, you don't feel very safe at all. Like maybe you're not trusting people as much. So you kind of created a barrier between you and other people. You know, you created this wall. And so now other people, even people that are like a great match for you, who would be a great lover, a great friend, a great coworker, whatever, like you're warding them off, you're pushing them away. It's kind of like you're repelling them, you know, because your energy is like so low vibration. And so in order to feel that that connection with people that match more authentically with who you are, you need to forgive and let go. You need to open up your heart again. And once you do, even though it feels scary, like counterintuitively, you want to like protect yourself and block it off, like when you've been hurt, right? Like if you touch something hot, like you instinctively pull away. In this particular case, safety lies within loving yourself, trusting yourself, okay? Because when you enhance that love vibration, that joy vibration within you, it's going to attract people of similar frequencies and allow them into your life, and they will support and create more security, okay? In this sense of yourself. And like I was saying earlier, for some of you, maybe it was some kind of relation, like something went down in your house. So the energy doesn't feel so safe in your house. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you had a falling out with your spouse or a child or a parent. And you live with them. And so your home doesn't feel like a safe space anymore because their energy is there and you're there, right? And so if you can forgive them, then your home, your living space, your environment will also feel very safe. Okay. And then with this travel, I feel like when we're talking about the pelican, like opening yourself up, broadening your horizons, broadening your prospects, allowing more opportunities to come into your life. Like that's what I'm seeing here. Because, you know, these ships kind of remind me of the ships from back in the day when people didn't know much about the continent and they were like exploring the world and crossing the ocean and claiming land that's not really theirs, but whatever. I feel like this is you like going beyond, going further, seeing new things, experiencing new things in your life, okay? Joyful things, fun things, exciting things. So let's see what else the tarot has to add. The 10 of Swords. Yes, so this is about just letting it rest, okay? RIP to the hurt, RIP to the pain and the hate. Like letting a new dawn, a new chapter in your life come that's not dictated by those low emotions, low vibes. Page of Wands, yes, giving birth to something new. You know, all this time we hang on to hurt is time that we could be spending on something that brings us joy, makes us happy, something exciting, you know, something that we prefer to do, right? So if we spend so much time being upset over something, that's time wasted in which we could be enjoying something, you know, and I feel like that's this Page of Wands is reminding us of, okay? 5 of Wands. Okay, no more fighting. Yes, don't fight anymore. It's not about I was going to say it's not even about what's right or wrong anymore. It's about what's best for you. Okay? It's like, yes, whatever. Maybe they did something wrong. Maybe you did something wrong as well. But it's time to move past that. It's time to move past the right and wrong and choose to be at peace, okay? We have the 2 of Swords and we have the 7 of Swords, yes. So I'm definitely feeling that there was some sneakiness that happened in your past that you didn't see, that you were blinded to. And once you discovered it, you know, it left you feeling very stuck in some kind of emotional state, some kind of way, feeling very trapped, like you couldn't see the way forward. There's like, you know, a question that I'm sure a lot of people think, but maybe don't actually ask out loud or have a discussion about this is like, how can I forgive someone? How can I forgive someone who's hurt me like so bad? How can I move past this? You know, I just don't know how I can do this. Like this really was an awful thing, terrible thing that happened. And I don't know how I'm going to recover. I don't know if I can recover. So I feel like we need one of these and a crystal card to help give you some inspiration and some ideas on how this can happen for you, how this moving forward can happen, so you can broaden your horizons, so you can remember who you really are, be who you were again, or be an even better version of yourself, you know, like sometimes when trauma happens in our life, we become this shadow of ourselves, you know, and we lose that smile, that brightness, that light in our eyes. And it's about going back to that or finding it again, you know, and finding our way to it, and maybe even letting our light shine brighter than it had before, you know? Okay, so let's see what this card has to share. Past life. Oh, so there must be some kind of karmic connection actually with whoever hurt you. I mean, you know, we're always going to be someone's hero and someone's villain in their life, right? And I'm definitely not a pure soul in that way. Like, I'm sure I did some bad things in a past life as well that I would need to make amends for in this lifetime. And I think that can be said for pretty much everybody, honestly. But let's see. Your question involves your past life. There is a deeper reason why this situation is happening in your life now. Meditate deeply and seek an answer. If not, seek professional help such as a past life regression therapist. So, for those of you watching this, you can definitely reach out to me. There's information on how to do that in the description box because I do past life regressions. I did train with Dr. Brian Weiss, if any of you are familiar with him. So if this is something that interests you, something that feels aligned, then definitely reach out to me and we can talk more about it and perhaps have a session if it seems like we fit energetically, you know? But the other thing that you can do is you can, there's a recording on YouTube where Brian Weiss does a regression, and you can buy them as well, I'm sure, like on audio format, like an audiobook type thing. And he goes through a regression and you can listen to it and see what comes up for you and have some clarity. And I want to say what's so magical about past life regressions is it doesn't always mean like when you see something in your past life, you don't have to do anything in this life. Sometimes just remembering it is enough because when you remember it, you kind of switch the narrative, switch the story, switch your mindset, shift your energy. Okay, this is like energetic healing and mending. And so just the fact of recalling a past life and witnessing what had transpired before is enough to kind of bring about the healing and allow you to move forward, okay? So let's see about the crystal card. And I have the sense this will be our final kind of message. For some of you, if you need a little bit more help with it and you don't want to do a past life regression, like I also do private readings, so you can reach out to have one of those as well if you'd like, okay? So we have, y'all, I cannot make this up. You literally saw me shuffling the cards right here on the camera. So Smoky Quartz says, let it go. All I have to say beyond this is maybe you can sing a little bit of Elsa's song a few times, have it on repeat to invoke that energy, or you can also go to a crystal shop and purchase some smoky quartz and keep it with you, and that will also help clear your energy and help facilitate this process of forgiveness and letting go. Oh my gosh, I love your reading. Everything is like lining up so beautifully, so the message is so strong and clear. Okay, so forgiveness is the key for you opening up your horizons and removing any obstacles and blockages in your path. So I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please leave a comment, like the video, and of course, you're welcome to subscribe as well if you want to continue watching more readings that come up in the future. But otherwise, thank you so much for allowing me to do this for you. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you again soon. Wishing you all the best, love. Sawadee ka. I don't know why I felt like saying like hello in Thai for you, group 3. But welcome to your reading to have your future self reveal a spoiler for what's ahead in your life, what you can look forward to, what's coming up. So we have this patterned feather here that comes from the woodpecker. You know, I don't know if I've ever seen one of these birds in real life, but they do exist in North America. And let me know if you've seen one of these before. I'm remembering like the cartoon, the Woody Woodpecker show. And like one of the things that was so prominent is like hearing the woodpecker tap against the tree and the wood, right? That noise. And I'm wondering like, is it really that loud in real life? Anyways, maybe I could find a YouTube video, right? So it says, use your discernment and fortitude to achieve your goals and find a new rhythm. Ooh, okay. So what I'm seeing here, like your future self wants to reveal to you that, you know, you have been maybe doing something or approaching something in the same way, kind of like, you know, a routine, or maybe it's kind of like you're on autopilot. Okay, so just think about an area in your life where you have been on autopilot, where you're not putting much thought into it, but perhaps you want to see some change, some growth, some expansion, okay? So this is about you finding a new rhythm, a new way of doing things. And honestly, this is like the way of the world these days, right? Our world has changed so much in the past, like 3 to 5 years, and even so much since like the internet came out, for example, right? And sort of like the way we share information. We pass on information, we collect information, we share information when it comes to like our personal stats, our money, our hobbies, our habits, our interests, our dislikes, whatever, right? It's all this information is like being shared and stored and used in so many different ways now. And so our life is being affected, just the way we do things, you know? Like, I never thought a day would come when I was a kid where there would be like self-checkout lanes, you know, at the grocery store where you don't even have to interact with an employee. And like, I'm sure many people back in the day, you know, thought that we would be using cash like forever, you know? And now it's like so many things are electronic. So I feel like it's about embracing something new, okay? And with the discernment and the fortitude, so sorry, let me backtrack for a second. It's about embracing something new, doing something different to achieve your goals. Now, part of the key to that is discernment, okay? So it's not just about like, okay, just try any old thing. I feel like you really have to do your research. You really have to look into things. Gather as much information as you can before you make a decision. Okay, so discernment is something of the mind. It can also be of the heart. So it's also not necessarily jumping on the bandwagon with everybody else. It's about making sure that whatever opportunity is before you or whatever change is what's right. Okay, so for example, maybe some of your friends are like really buying into some type of fad diet or some type of new exercise. And maybe you're getting caught up in the hype and you want to do it too, even though you don't really feel interested. Like if you ask yourself honestly, you're not interested in doing it, or it doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't vibe with you. You know, like I was around a group of people who like all were vegan. And the idea, in theory, the practice of it sounds amazing, but it never felt like right to me. Okay. Like to completely eliminate, like animal protein and animal products from my diet. And so, you know, there was a period where I felt guilted into it or peer pressured into it, and it just made me more, you know, antsy and anxious. So it's okay to have your own preferences, and it's okay if something doesn't feel right for you. That's important. Now with this fortitude, I'm hearing too, like once you make a decision, like give it a chance, stick with it, okay? Anytime change comes into your life, y'all know that it's a little bit uncomfortable, okay? We do have to adapt to it. We have to be a little bit flexible. We have to understand that it's a learning process and that it's not gonna always be smooth and perfect, right? That we're going to face a couple of challenges, but most of them are probably not even going to be that big, okay? Just a little bit of patience, a little bit of creative thinking, and you'll be able to get out of it, all right? And just like the woodpecker, you know, it just pecks at the tree, like no matter how big or thick the tree is, it's going to keep pecking until it finds whatever it is that it needs in there, you know? Okay, so I love how, you know, I'm being more open with the cards and letting them talk to me, because they, oh, okay, wow. They're being really active and loud, because each reading has been different, and I've been called to pull out different decks at different times, and I'm loving it. It's like helping keep me like engaged and entertained as I do your reading. I don't know why I felt called to flip this card right away. So we have Ram, stubborn, aggressive person. For whatever reason, this may resonate with some of you, not all of you, but you may be an Aries. Okay, so this message is very relevant to you, or you could have a lot of natal chart placements in the sign of Aries. But also, this represents a stubborn, aggressive person. So this is what you don't want to be, okay? You know, when we resist change, that's stubbornness. And change can actually be very, very beneficial and very good for our life. You know, it can be healthy, in fact. Especially if whatever process we're in, whatever autopilot thing we're in, is turning out to be destructive or stagnant. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if we're in a relationship that is not healthy for us, but we're sticking with it because, I don't know, we're married and it goes against our upbringing to get a divorce, or if we're staying at a job and being mistreated or unappreciated or underpaid just because we don't believe that we can get a better job or we're worth more. You know what I'm saying? So don't be stubborn in that way. And of course, definitely don't be aggressive. Like, you don't have to, you know, be rude or mean to anybody to get what you need and get what you want. You also have broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. Okay, let's see what else is there, but I feel like there was something. Oh my God, broken ring. Parting of the ways in either romance or business. Okay, this new rhythm you have, it's very clear now. You have to leave something behind. Something in your life is broken, meaning it's not working, okay? Maybe you've tried to adapt and change things. You've tried to talk to the person. You've tried to change what you could within this, but it's time to literally let it go. It's like not worth it anymore. And I feel like you know what it is. This wish that's not being granted, like you keep thinking that if you do the same thing over and you stick with it, that you're going to be rewarded and it's going to get better. Like, no, honey, your future self is saying it is not. Like, don't stick with it any longer. It's a lost cause, legit. Okay, and it could definitely do with business, romance. So this could be a relationship that you're in. This could also be not just business, like if you run a business, but it could, I feel, be representative of just work in general or career. Okay, something's not working. I'm sure you know which applies. Bowl, plenty of material things. Hat, you will be playing a different role. Hello, there you go, folks. There you go. It's time to be someone different. I feel like that's really important for you to hear. It's time for you to be someone different. You are not the same person you were 10 years ago. You are not the same person you were 5 years ago. So it's time to just accept that you constantly change and grow with every passing moment, with every day. And maybe you're kind of stuck in this mindset that, you know, it's been working up until this point. So why can't it just be fixed and continue to work again, right? Like, no, it's time to be in a different role here. It's time for you to be in a different relationship. Okay, it's time for you to be this like healthy, happy, thriving version of you. Arrow, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Okay, so I'm getting the sense here that change is already in progress. It's just about you embracing it. Like, things are already moving, the wheels are in motion. Like, because with this arrow, it's not like knocked in the bow. Okay, it's already flying, honey. Like, this ship has sailed. It's just about you accepting it and you kind of doing your part. Okay, like already this relationship isn't working out. You've seen the signs of it already. This job is you know, overworking you, or the energy there is just like bad, or you're not feeling rewarded or fulfilled, or whatever the case may be. Like, you already know that. So this ship is in motion. It's already trying to push you away, get you out to something else. It's just about you, like, instead of moving against this shift, it's just like, okay, you want me to go this way? Fine, I'm gonna go this way. You get what I'm saying? We have Cain. Pay attention to your health. Yes. So this will make it very obvious, like whether it be your physical, mental, emotional health, or a combination of any of those, like you are feeling that hit. Okay, it's time for you to wake up, honey, and be like, no, I don't like this anymore. I'm not happy. I'm not growing. I'm not succeeding. I'm not feeling nourished. I'm not feeling loved. Like, and this is what's happening to my body. This is what's happening to my mental state, my mental health. This is what's happening with my emotions and my heart as a result. So it's time for this switch. Okay, and I have a feeling it's a good one. So let's kind of see what the tarot has to kind of add and clarify with this. Okay. I just was like pulling cards. Okay, we have the Star card here, and I feel like I'm gonna have to do this because, I don't know, YouTube, I haven't figured out yet how I want to like censor some of these cards without totally like ruining the card itself or like blocking a lot of the image. Okay, so you have the Star card, which, as y'all know, is one of my favorite cards in the deck. This is about feeling that love and that guidance from the universe, from God, from source, even when things are dark. It's that hope, it's that optimism that things are going to get better, that you will find your way. And it's also like makes me think of wishes being granted. So that along with the Nine of Cups, are wish granting cards. So we also have the Five of Cups, Nine of Wands, Five of Wands, Six of Coins, and Ace of Cups. Yes, so new beginning here is what I'm seeing here. Something that, so once you kind of just accept this, that this is like over and done and move forward, new connections can come into your life, okay? That's the Ace of Cups, bringing in new, more fulfilling connections, whether that be personal, right? So like friendships, or it could be romantic, so a new love, or it could even be like careers, like a new employer, someone whose sort of mission and ideals, work ethic, work values, whatever, are all aligned with you. Okay, so this is new connections coming in. You got to make space, honey. That's what the name of the game is. Out with the old, in with the new is like a very common saying, right? But regardless of whatever phrase you use, it's like if you want something new to come into your life, you have to make space for it. It's kind of like, in a house. If you want a new sofa, you gotta make space for it. And oftentimes that means getting rid of the old sofa or the current sofa. Do you know what I'm saying? So same thing with like people and energies and opportunities coming into your life. You have to make space for them. Now with the Six of Pentacles here, I'm getting the sense that there is an energy of someone that's more helpful coming in. Like I see you as this child. So this person, whether it be a friend, a lover, or an employer, like they want to see you grow. They want to nourish you. They want to teach you. They want to take care of you. They want what's best for you. Like this is the type of energy that your future self is like, this is what wants to come into your life. So you need to let go of whatever this mess is now, because this is so much better. This is like a wish being granted, okay? It's like this person doesn't respect you, so let them go and allow someone who does to come into your life, all right? Yeah, and I really feel like the best intentions, and I don't know, this might resonate with some of you, not all of you, but for some reason, I'm hearing the word pie, right? Like someone wants to give you a piece of the pie, meaning they want to share this wealth with you, this abundance with you. They want to give you your fair share, okay? They're not like you've been abused and like cheated for so long now. And like the universe is like, yo, let's help you out. Let's nourish you, okay? Let's give you some goodies, okay? Let's give you some good stuff for once. My, oh my. Okay. What do we have going on this end? So Five of Wands, lots of conflict, okay? I'm also hearing maybe even some inner conflict, like should I stay or should I go? He loves me not. He loves me not, right? Like there's this whole narrative that's happening in your head that's a bit of a fantasy, and it's like, no, the answer is obvious. This is not for you anymore, so stop fighting it. And we have the Nine of Wands. So there's some sadness here, okay? Things lost, and you're trying to cling on to something, like all the other things just is a hot mess already, but yet you're trying to salvage it, you're trying to hold on to it, and it's like, girl, just let it go already. Just drop that, okay? I also see there's this bridge here. And I feel like once you let this go, there's this bridge to like a better world, a better relationship, a better person. Like it's like you're connecting yourself to them now. That bridge is gonna be accessible, okay? Now, what is this one? I feel like this is not the traditional meaning of Nine of Wands that I normally pull through. Let's get a crystal card and clarify that. Okay, so don't be afraid to let it go. I feel like that's the main message. Don't be afraid to let go of whatever is broken and not working in your life, because something better is definitely going to take its place. Lemurian quartz. Oh my gosh, I have my Lemurian quartz right here. It's one of my favorite crystals ever. Practice patience. Okay, so I'm hearing that with this, things, once you make space and once you let this go, it's not things won't get better like right away. Not saying it's going to get worse. It's not that at all. It's just like, you know, it's like, okay, I'm going to let this go, and then bam, this next wonderful thing is going to take its place right away. You know, like once I break up with this person, I'm going to go on a date the next evening or the following weekend, and I'm going to meet the love of my life. Like, no, that's not how it's going to work. Or once I leave this job, I'm going to immediately get a job offer from somebody and they're going to want to pay me so much more money, like that kind of thing. Like, it's going to take some time. So of course, if you're making a decision that affects, you know, where you're going to live, your income, your financial stability and security, like, think it through. Make sure you have enough to keep you secure while you are transitioning. Okay, so like if you need to leave a job, make sure you have enough in savings to last you for a couple of months or something, right? While you allow this new opportunity to come in. If you're leaving a relationship and you live together, like make sure you have enough money to get your own place, that type of thing, okay? Or that you have a place to stay that's safe and secure before you leave. So like I'm hearing like plan it out to make sure that you're covered, and then realize that it's going to be a process to get to this new opportunity here, okay? But it will come. It will come. You have to have faith in that. Okay, so this I'm hearing is like make sure you protect yourself along the way, that you think ahead and you are smart about the next step, about the process of getting towards your bigger, better thing. Okay, so plan as best you can is what I'm hearing from your future self. And it's more just to make things a little bit easier for you. Okay, like in the long run, so you're not struggling as much, again, for like things like money, for example. But there are people who want to help you too, so be aware of that, okay? Oh, wow, I sense like a big change coming for a lot of you. It's going to take some adjusting, but it will be worth it, okay? So hang in there, loves. Let me know what you thought of your reading. Comment down below. If it resonated with you, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel so you can always be updated of new readings as they come out. But thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you all. I'm wishing you nothing but the best, truly. And I look forward to seeing you at the next reading. Take care.